Hello. You're tuning into the episode of The Wunderkind Today's second topic, Lamar Jackson talks to the media about the upcoming game. Look, I like Lamar's energy. You know what I mean? I like it. But what I'm going to do first, I'm going to play the audio. I'm going to play about 2.5 minutes of some of his answers, you know, coming back to the questions that we're being asked him. And then we're going to break down not only his energy, but his mindset, right? So without further ado, let's get this party started. Hey.
So you kind of mentioned that you felt toward the end of the season you were getting into the groove, and then the bye week happens. How do you kind of stay in that groove? Like this week, toward the end of the week and into the game, how do you make sure that you guys are still in that groove?
Just preparing practice, you know, treating practices like we preparing for a game.
Yes, sir.
And that's pretty much what we did last week. And then just to follow over for this week, because, you know, actually we got the game Saturday, so it helps us out.
You ready for 20 degrees?
I'm ready for whatever right now.
For whatever!
We talked about all this time off between playing. I mean, the preseason, you didn't play at all, and then you geared up, and it started from week one. Can you make that comparison at all, or is it totally different because we're talking about postseason?
Yeah, I believe I can make it. You know, I don't have no other choice. You know, I sat out for the bye week, and now we're here.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Bates a guy who's flashed at times. And
Bateman.
guys have, connected some, haven't connected to other plays. How dangerous, I guess, can he be if the rhythm is there and you guys can hit on some of these plays?
I believe very dangerous, you know, but we got so many guys, great receivers and great tight ends and great running backs. Everyone can't shine at once, you know, it's shine all together. So, you know, he can't really get all the flowers he deserves, you know, but to us, he definitely get his flowers because he's one of the ones.
We're talking about rookies who have improved since week one. How have you seen Zay Flowers improve, and what do you see from him? What are his vibes?
Jay Sonic.
I mean, I really don't think he has to improve. He just got to keep doing what he's doing. You know, just being himself and playing how he's playing, whatever mode he's in before the game.
Consistency.
Just stay in that mode because he go out there and just ball out.
Yeah, I mean, how has he improved since week one?
He's been playing the same. He's been playing the same. Should just keep doing it, you know, just level up a little bit more, if anything.
Mark, Mark as well as anybody on this team. What's it like to see him, run some routes and then kind of come along in that progress from the team?
Mark Andrews.
It's great to see. One of our guys back, you know, one of our main guys are back. But we just need him to keep preparing, keep getting better a day at a time. But we waiting on him.
In your 4 previous playoff games, the offense didn't score more than 20 points. How much more confident do you feel that this year's offense has the ability to put up the points you need to win in the playoffs?
I'm very confident. Very, very confident. Extremely confident.
Listen, now, you heard his mindset on Bateman. You heard his mindset on Zay. Because when you see how Lamar usually acts, right? And I'm trying to put this in perspective so you guys understand. You could tell Lamar's antsy. You could see the bite in that. I said this in the previous videos. You could tell he's chomping at the bit. Like, I want to get off there. Who's going against me? You're going to get all of this. You know what I'm saying? That's the energy that you're getting off of him. And it's more than just being focused. I think that practicing and being the person that type of visualize things, he's visualizing day by day, you know what I'm saying, week by week. But when you go like that, you start to get antsy, right? Because a lot of times you can take your mind off of it when you're playing. Because you're so much in a groove, you're so much in the setup of how you get everything done. Oh, all right, Sunday, it's done. Day off, preparation, double time on video and practice. Friday, Saturday, game. But when you don't have that, when you're off the week before, you're like, okay, same thing. Just I'm not at the game. I'm at the game, but I'm not in the game. Then the next week, well, there is no game, and you're like, you know what I'm saying? It does play with you somewhat, and I think Lamar's doing whatever he can just to be mentally there. because it is easy to take her off when you're not under fire all the time. There's an old saying is you stay ready so you don't have to never get ready. You know what I'm saying? These players become so used to doing things a certain way. You build up a rhythm. And the bye week and stuff can shakily break that up a little bit. So, you know what I mean? But I expect for them to beat this team. I expect for them to beat Houston by 10 points or more. And I think once they get that, okay, we got Houston out the way, we got our feet wet, okay. Now, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think they're taking it easy by any stretch of the imagination. What I think was going to end up happening is that they're going to beat them because they're the better team. And once they get back into that, okay, we just played, now next week we're going to play again, it's just a mental thing, right? It's like, okay, you know what I'm saying? We're back in that same groove, hit everything that moves. But I did like what he said about Bateman. Did y'all hear that? When he specifically said, oh, you know, we give him his flowers. We know he's one of those guys. It's just hard for everybody to shine. And I think Lamar has really tried to just spread that ball around. That's another reason why he's been so hard to defend. You can't just key in on one guy. Lamar's going to whoever's open. and he's if you're in the route, if you're in your reads and he sees you open, and the ball's coming to you. And I think with that happening, it's not giving the gaudy stats for one individual player that, you know, that we're accustomed to seeing. But what it's doing is it's making this team very hard to guard because the defense can't just key in on one guy. Listen, the defense is going to say, oh, we got to stop Lamar first. Then we got to stop Zay. But guess what? When you're spreading that ball around equally, it's like, okay, we might slow down Zay today. Zay might only get 2 catches, maybe 1 catch, but OBJ just got 8. Oh, OBJ only got 2 catches, and so did Zay, but likely got 7. You get where I'm coming from? It's just, and you know what that reminds me? It reminds me of the Patriots. Look, do y'all remember when Tom Brady used to play sometimes? I'm not talking about when he had Welker. I'm talking about after Welker and after Moss. It was sometimes you don't know who's getting the ball. Edelman, all these different players. It's just like if you're open, you're getting it. And it gave the offense such a balanced approach. It was so hard to key in because sometimes it's like, okay, well, your best cornerback isn't particularly going to travel, right? They're going to stay on one side. You know where he's at. But he's like, hey, I'm going to get work in, but, man, it's just so sporadic, right? So it's hard. It's another thing for the defense to be like this because another thing you have to do is worry about Lamar. So, like I said before, I like his answers. I like his energy. I just think he's antsy. I think, honestly, he's biting at the bit, chomping at it. I think Lamar just wants to get in there, get it done. I think as much as he's taking it day by day, he just wants that Super Bowl. And he wants an opportunity to play for one. He wants an opportunity to earn one. He doesn't want it to be given to him. That's another thing I want everyone to understand. There is nothing given any time in this league. If you overlook somebody, they will run over you. You understand where I'm coming from? Lamar wants to earn it. And he has been earning it. So, you know, I really do like the energy. I am very curious, though, to see how they use Dalvin Cook. Because make no mistake about it, I expect Dalvin Cook to play. I expect him to play. John Harbaugh wants to run the ball. I don't care what anybody says, what anybody's told you. John Harbaugh wants to run the ball. And he wants explosive plays from the run game. Not just, oh, we're going to keep doing that just to get 2 or 3 or 4 or 5. He wants plays where that offense is sometimes go for 20, for 30. Dalvin Cook has the speed, the ability, the pedigree to be able to do that. And I know that's what John wants from him. So we're going to get to see how they use him, especially are they going to use him more in the pass game? Are they going to use him more on going to the boundary lines, like, you know, sweeps and stuff like that? You know, stretch runs. Like, how are they going to use him? I am so curious. I already know how they're going to use Bateman. I already know how they're going to use OBJ. I have a good idea how they're going to use Zay, and I know how they're going to use Likely. That's another. Oh, yes! Let me change that up real quick. I'm curious also to see how they use Likely in conjunction with Mark Andrews. So far, we have yet to see them do that. That's under Monken and that's under Greg Roman. We have not seen the ability of them to put Likely and Mark Andrews on the field at the same time and be successful. Which to me is crazy when you think about it. Because that's some, bruh, can you name another tight end duo that's better than that? Seriously, in the league right now. I can't. So those two things is when I'm looking at the offense is what I'm curious of looking at. How do they integrate Dalvin Cook? Because I think they're going to use him differently than they did Keaton. And I also think they're going to use him differently than they've used Justice and Gus. Because Gus, you already know the short yardage back and stuff like that. Grind it out. So you're not going to use him like him. But I think they're going to have some special plays dialed up for Dalvin that I think Dalvin might have had when he was in Minnesota and stuff like that. That they're going to try to incorporate into the offense. And also how well they use Likely when Mark is able to and ready to come back. Those two things are the things to keep my eye on. But what do you guys think? Do you like Lamar's energy? Do you like where the mindset is? And are you also curious about how they're going to use Likely and Andrews and how they're going to use Dalvin Cook? Let me know what you think down in the comment section, please, all right? But as always, that's an episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. Y'all know how we get down. We have fun and we laugh. But everything we talk about rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification, but leave a comment. You know, love the comments. If you haven't done so already, check out the TheWunderkindShow's Patreon. Yes, 3 tiers of content goodness waiting for your consumption. Give it a look, give it a try, let me know what you think. And if you would like to donate to this channel and stuff like that, help out with equipment, bottom of the screen, QR codes to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do, and the name of it is The Wunderkind Show. Super easy. But once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This is your host, Nacho, signing off. And as always, you know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yeah.